Oh, okay.
as we wait for people to come in.
For guys
Yeah,
to check in.
to check in. Yeah, so, we have to give people time to check
All
in.
right.
Yeah, but you're good.
To check
We are
in.
live now.
Sour, sour. I'm very good. Nashukuru Mungu.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
okay,
Yeah, see, we are live
awesome.
021 seconds. We are rolling.
We're
Yes.
rolling, so you can share on your pages. I think yeah, we are live now. But yeah, my name is Ivy Siovata.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
There
kwa
we go.
majina kamili.
Pleasure. Movie is my name. Kavisa.
Yes,
Mimi ni movie
I
movie.
know. Ha!
2020
You
movie
have two
movie.
same names. This
Najichocha
conversation.
kama Miguna Miguna. Sijui kama nitamake.
Nakwambia, I tell
I don't
you,
know that I'll make
we
it.
will have to make it. We'll
Good.
have to make it.
We must.
But
Make
thank
it
you
or
so
make it. We
much. Yeah,
must make it.
yeah, I
Thank
know,
you for
right?
having me. I'm honored. I'm totally
I
honored.
know. Even us, we are
Yes.
very honored to have you here. So
Thank
I
you.
was telling someone that I have your whole CD. Ni ya kitambo, so lazima tutafutane unipatie mpya. The whole thing, it just keeps on running. Ile ya
Mpya ama
kitambo, imagine.
kadhaa mpya. There are so many. There are
No,
so
hizo
many.
zote
Oh my
ndakuja
goodness.
kuchukua sasa. Since now I know
Kujia.
you, I need
Kujia.
to
Kujia.
upgrade.
You must. Gosh, you're with the movie of 2003.
2 or 3 huko hata sijui ni siku gani.
Before
Ile ya
beards. I
kitambo.
wonder what I looked like. Siamini bana.
I
Hiyo
know,
ni
right?
noma.
Eh?
Hiyo ni noma.
Hiyo ni
Hiyo ni
noma.
noma.
Hiyo ni noma. We
Sana.
have to
Sana.
upgrade, eh? We have to
Yes, we
upgrade.
must.
So yeah,
Mm.
yes. So ndakutafuta Nairobi.
Nitashukuru.
Yeah, yeah,
Please
yeah.
nitafute.
Karibuni, ndakutafuta sana. Hi Zo Frederick, Communion. Frederick, karibu sana. Thank you guys for again another Tuesday we are here. Thank you for always attending. George, Anne, May. Please just sign up. Tell us where you're from. Say your name, where you're from, and begin asking questions. We have Mbuvi here, so ask as many questions as you can. We will see what you're asking.
Kusha.
Yeah.
Ha!
Frederick from Moranga. So Mbuvi here is here with us. George, watching from Kitengela. Karibu sana, George. Check in again. Just sign up your name. Don't be shy. Today we're having great conversation on relationships. So our relationship starts by trust, you
Good
know.
one.
So trust us to give us your name and where you're from,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. But thank you. Thank you again for attending. Thank you again for joining in, for everyone who's joined in. I see most of us here. Kevin, karibu sana. Thank you so much for attending. May from Sukari, karibu sana May Kenya. It's good to have you. Thank you so much again for checking in. We are in the Incubator Nest Hub. We support entrepreneurs, micro and small. If you have a business idea, we are the people to go to. And we are here today just, talking about relationships, talking about social capital, something that really many people don't talk about, which is very, very key in our businesses, very key in our relationships. And Mbuvi will just be breaking it up for us. And I'm sure you're wondering, why do we have Mbuvi here? Hi, Wangoi. But let me tell you, Mbuvi has been in this industry, since I was a small girl.
Shh.
So
Shh. Where?
I'm
Where?
sure.
Where? Where? Where?
So we are not saying how old he is, but yeah, since I was
Oh,
a very,
good.
very
Thank
small
you.
girl in primary school. But yeah, thank you so much. Hi, Wangui,
Thank
Karibu,
you.
Make, George again. Thank you so much. Yeah. So in 3 minutes we begin. Buvi, thank you so much for having us, for coming
Thank
here,
you.
for
Thank you. I'm
taking your
honored.
time. I really, really appreciate. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm honored.
So yeah,
Social capital. Social capital. This Mudosi
yeah,
is a good friend of mine. Now I have you.
yes.
Social capital at work.
I know, right? Already social
Yeah,
capital at work.
already at work. This is it. This is it. This
I
is
know.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's very true.
Mm.
So yeah, Thank you so much. Let's start. So my name is Ivy Siovata. I'm the founder and CEO of the Incubator Nest Hub. We support entrepreneurs in their business, in their journey to know into their businesses or their ideas. So we've been, since January, we've been doing this, and it's just I'm saying this because of Mbuvi. And Mbuvi, every Tuesday we are here just supporting and just giving information to many people in Kenya, and especially in this season where we know a lot of people are really losing their jobs, and we're just saying, you know what? Come and join us. Let's see where you can start, because sometimes you don't know where you are and how you're going. So we are here today to just mystify and say this is how we're going. But of course, today our topic will be, harnessing, the power of relationship, social capital. And we have with us Mbuvi. I mean, if you don't know Mbuvi, I don't know. But there is a famous song, Kwata Kawaya.
Yes.
That's the one. If you don't know that one, I don't know. Again, you need to go back. If you're, from my ages, I don't know the new one, but he will tell us. Mbuvi, karibu sana.
Asante sana. Great. Glad to be on this forum. Very excited.
Yes.
I'm excited. Sana. Thank you for having me.
We are so excited to have you, Mbuvi. Tell us, who is Mbuvi? Is that your real name first?
Yes. Okay, not double, of course. My name is Victor Mbuvi. But I like using, I started using Mbuvi when I thought it wasn't very I thought it was very rare. Then all of a sudden, Mbuvi started popping up. From the governor himself to Paul Mungala Mbuvi to so many Mbuvis, to the former Kenya Airways boss. So I decided to double it and make it Mbuvi. I'm still trying to make it as unique as I can. So I'm caught in between Mbuvi and Mbuvism. So I don't know which one. I'm stuck with Mbuvi for now.
Interesting. So Mbuvi. We'll use Mbuvi today. Thank you, Mbuvi.
Yes.
So who are you? Tell us the many hats that you wear.
I am a cow, first of all. That's a big hat. That's why I am in yellow. You see? And I'm a scholar. Okay, at times I'm a scholar. At times I'm not. I'm a TV presenter. I'm a musician. I'm a gospel musician. I am a TV presenter. I have a show on TV47 called Coffee with Mbuvi. I have another show on Triple P TV. It's called Gospel 10. Those are some of the things I do at the moment. I do motivation, career talks. Yes, I am also an author, although I finished my book in 2013. I have never released it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'll release it soon. But other than that, I am a person. I like inspiration, like inspiring. I like giving life to things that I meet, because God has given me more than an abundant share of what I have, and interacting with people. So when you talk about social capital, niko hapo in the works. I feel like I invented the whole vibe of social capital. I feel like I invented the whole vibe of social capital, or even though I didn't know what it means until you guys sent me the poster. Yes.
Yes. That's
So
awesome. Sorry, I was interrupted. I had your music on, so it kind of blared again on my phone. So sorry about that. There was
not to worry.
But thank you. I mean, it's amazing that you wear a lot of hats. How do you juggle all these things? You're doing shows, you're still singing, you're still a scholar, you're still writing a book. How do you juggle all of them?
Life and the pursuit of excellence, life and the pursuit of doing the much that you can. You only have, YOLO. They say you only live once. Well, I believe you live once and there's eternal life. But I also believe in this physical body we live once, and you need to maximize on the time you have, maximize on who you are. I still feel like I'm not even halfway through my potential. So give back to the earth. There's something Miles Monroe says. Miles Monroe said, you need to die empty, not broke, not poor, empty. Empty in that the giftings and the callings that you have right now are for this earth. Maximize and use them until by the time you're leaving this earth, you're feeling like, yes, I have exhausted and done my impact on this earth. It's fully felt. I don't want life if you can mahali and I'm like, oh, I wish. If it's energy, use it all. If it's soccer, I played soccer. If it's rugby, I played rugby. If it's plays, acting, I acted up to international level. Do it so that you never say, I never regret. Right now, I can't go back to playing rugby. I don't think my legs would hold. I can't go back to playing soccer, but I did to my best. So maximize each and every moment that you have, because there's a reason you have that breath, and that breath is so valuable for you to breathe out and use it to maximize on everything that you have, to inspire others, to interact with God and inspire others.
Yeah, amazing what you say, and it's very important. And I think even when we began the show, we remember one of the things we kept on talking about is purpose. You have to actually die empty.
Purpose.
You have to
Yes,
discover
you
your purpose, and you have to die empty.
must.
Very, 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 very profound. Now, Mbuvi, you've been in
Mhm.
our household name for many, many years. You've been a brand. How have you
Nehemiah, yes.
sustained your brand? How have you sustained
That's
your
it.
brand for years? As I
That's
told you.
it.
Yeah,
Social capital. The Bible says I'm a
yeah,
very good. I ascribe to the Bible, and it talks about Jesus, and
yeah,
it says Jesus grew in favor with God and with
yeah,
men. You get,
yeah.
and also the Bible talks about give and shall come back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. People read that verse and stop
Mm.
there. It says,
Yeah, true.
give and shall come back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Shall men, I'm sure it was including women too, give
Man,
to you.
that's true.
So the more
Yeah,
you give out, the more you harness your social capital. The more
yeah,
tomorrow somebody will help you helped yesterday who was nothing.
yeah,
You are not thinking about it.
yeah,
It all begins without not necessarily looking towards benefiting, but just
yeah,
maximizing on who you are and blessing as many people as come across you. Tomorrow they will become
yeah,
a blessing to you even when you didn't expect it. I was called
yeah.
for an interview some time back on KTN by a guy. And when I got into the show, I was like, why did they call me? And who's this guy hosting?
Mm-hmm.
Live on TV, he says, when I was a kid, you gave me your CD. And when you gave me your CD when I was a
Mm,
kid, that inspired me to get into music. Actually, it's called Brian Aselli. He inspired me to get into
yeah.
music, me and the rest of the siblings that I have. So you see, that's impact.
Wow.
That today,
Yeah,
yesterday, I was giving my CD for the sake of giving my CD. And today, he's
yeah.
giving me a show because he feels I need to be relevant. So even if my name had potted, it came back on that day because of him. So that's it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
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 yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. So keep lighting that fire. That's what I do. Keep lighting the fire.
yeah,
Keep appreciating people. Every person you meet in any point, there's probably a value
yeah,
God has placed around you for.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
network. They keep saying your network is your net worth. So bless
Mm,
that network so that it can give you back its worth and it becomes your net worth. And by,
yeah,
you'll
yeah,
find that keeps making you relevant over and over. And it's not just
yeah.
people your age. They used to say learn from the elders and be inspired by the elders, but I think they missed
Mm,
the point of telling us that you also need to learn a few things from the young people. Elders give you wisdom
true.
and experience. Young people give you newness of life. So there's a vibe
Mm,
to get from both ends. And when you do that, you'll
absolutely.
always be relevant all the time. The question of
Yeah,
how come you're relevant all this time won't make sense, because people will be like, hey, you're
yeah,
well connected with everyone from the kids to the old people. That's
exactly.
it. That's it.
Yeah,
Bless where
yeah,
you can.
yeah,
I was in a children's home just the other day, and
yeah.
yes, a few know Kwatakawaya, but the other ones know Lulu. Lulu, I don't even think you know it. It's called Lulundutu, but
I
they've
don't
caught on
think
with
so.
it. They've caught on
Yeah,
with it. That's the
yeah,
vibe they've got. And I went there, and the fact that I went and sang to them, and they're very young, they were not in
yeah,
existence when Kwatakawaya was coming. It means I'll be
yeah,
relevant in their life again for the rest of
yeah.
I don't know how long. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and I think that's where many people miss it, because I like
yeah,
what you've said. You gave someone a CD for free, and they
yeah,
remembered you years back. But what
yeah,
we do
yeah,
in most of our relationships, you want to take as
mm,
much, but people don't
yeah.
actually give in relationships. What would you say that?
Mm,
I read somewhere the way you actually began music, and it's through someone's
mm.
relationship. What do you say?
Thank
Because
you.
there's a lot of
Thank
things
you.
people. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
RK is not in Kenya now, so I can share this story. I met
I
RK
know.
in, but there's online. Maybe he's watching. Anyway,
Maybe-
I went to this new church. It's called Parklands Baptist Church. I was new there.
Yeah,
It wasn't a new church. It
yeah,
was new to me. So I find
yeah.
RK there. Hook up with him. He's from I don't know, Rwanda or Burundi. We hang out. So at that time I was a loaded guy. I was working in a bank. So we meet up, we hook up, and at some point he discovered, because he ran away from Rwanda. Is it Rwanda or Burundi? One of those two
Mm,
countries when there was trouble. Then he all of a sudden discovers,
yeah.
hey, my mom is alive. My mom and my siblings are still alive. So I want to go to Rwanda and see them. He
Mm,
had no money. He had absolutely no money. So I meet up with him and I
mm,
say, hey, I have a little bit here. Have this and go home. Go see your folks.
mm.
I was not thinking of getting it. I love music, but I wasn't even thinking of getting into music. This is 1998. So the guy goes
Mm,
Rwanda, comes back. 2 years later, we're hanging out because he's my friend, and I decided to manage their group Shama. And they get into the studio.
mm.
They don't have a particular song they're looking for, and I happen to have those ideas. And we record. My career begins there. You get that. So it's
Wow.
amazing. At that time, Okelia Moko comes out and he gives me fame publicity together with them. 11 years later, RK is this household name. Was it 11 or 10? 10 years later, is this household name in the whole country. He's big, he's doing well, he has his cars. Mbuvi is flat broke. Flat broke.
Yeah.
And I've gone
11 years later.
11 years later. Not 11, that's 2011. So that's 12 or 13 years later. So I'm in Kijabe. RK here, I'm in Kijabe trying to find out how life is going. It has been come home, come. You didn't even have an extra room. He said, sleep in the studio. There's a mattress here until I finish producing for you an album. You're going nowhere.
Wow.
Guess what? Wow. That's Kwata Kawaya. That is Kwata Kawaya. Social capital. I was helping him without expecting anything. I was just helping a brother. 11 years later, he came through for me. And I'm eating that song until now. Asking many places, movie, they have many ideas. Say Mbuvi Kawaya. Oh, they know it's me. Why? Blessed with a song for free by my friend. Free. Full album. Free.
Wow.
You get?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
amazing.
Amazing. When you help, it's like the Bible talks about the perfect religion. Perfect religion is giving to the poor, to the needy. Kumbe, it is social capital that God is counting for you, and He will pay you back.
Exactly.
That's what He does. Quickly, let me run another one. I went to. I hope I'm still answering your question. If I'm off topic, someone will learn something from this. I went to Nyeri. I was called to Nyeri to go for a function, and I was told that ni charity, hakuna pesa. We'll fuel your car and give you something small. Nikaeka gari mafuta, Mercedes Benz, my dear friend. Nikakanyaga barabara, nikaenda mpaka Nyeri. Tukarukaruka na watoto. We had so much fun. Kwenda kurudi naambiwa one of the sponsors didn't come through, so we don't have money to give you.
Yeah.
You get? But I blessed young people. I was happy. I said, okay, fine. Let me go home. God will know how He'll sort me. On the way back, this is how God pays.
Yes.
The late Bruce Odhiambo calls me from nowhere, absolutely nowhere, and says, hey, young man, for a campaign, and we want you to call it just to be kukachora, plan kukachora. And you didn't get where you did by chance. You planned your life and everything, and make it, sing it Kikamba Unaimbanga. So me, I call it Solea. I've never released until today. Do you know I was paid 400,000 shillings for a song they've never asked me before? Basically, it's God saying, excuse me, you need to give that guy money. He's blessed my people.
Yeah.
I don't know that answers you.
Yes, sorry, but I think I lost you. I'm not sure who was
not you. There's now
there's a lag, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now we are back. Yeah.
Now, opposite from social capital, there's some other capital that is not very sociable. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
I'm trying to get myself onto flight mode.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, as we wait for Mbuvi to just come back. I mean, amazing discussion. Social capital, I mean, I can't emphasize so much. Social capital is one of those things that are so important. You never underestimate, whether in business, you're working, social capital is so important. And I like all what you're saying, Rosalind, awesome, social capital indeed. Boaz, amazing. Mary, following from Woodney. Lucy, hello. I mean, it's very important. Let me tell you, relationships are one of the most important things.
Am I seeable?
Okay, now you are. Okay,
no, cool. I'm dark. Am I darker now?
Good. Yeah, we can. I'm not sure.
Wait, you can hear me? You can hear me?
But there's an echo.
Yes, I'm trying to get off my phone and into the laptop. I don't know. Cool. You can hear me? You can hear me?
Now we can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you very well.
Good. I know I'm darker. Let me see. Let me see what I'll do. But
it's okay. At least we can hear you.
Aside from social capital, kuna ingine sijui na kuangaje. There's a stalker who has to call me at 8 o'clock every day, and I was using my phone. So ndio imeleta hiyo shida. So let me switch. 8 o'clock. Hiyo sasa sijui ni kama anti-social capital. Every day. 8. Aliona vision. I think that's better. Aliona vision.
Anyway, that's better.
Huyo Mkamba ndio wake. Mkamba atachukua Mkamba mbuvi. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so that one is okay. So, but by and large, social capital is essential and key in life. Where, that will work.
Yeah. Awesome. I mean, Buvi, as I was saying when you had left a bit, I can't emphasize social capital is so important. You actually don't see it, but putting yourself into relationships and just giving into relationships becomes so important, even when sometimes it doesn't make sense. And that becomes important. And I like the story that you've actually told us. But I mean, Buvi, looking at it also, I mean, the relationships are also tricky. Even giving, I mean, you meet people that take away from you. I always say there are people who just take, they never give. How do you balance that? Because that's also another thing that is very, very tricky for many people.
There are many schools. There's where you learn primary, there's high school, there's tertiary, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
There's another school that is called street wisdom school. Kila kugongwa unagongwa. Kila pesa mtu anakugonga, kila somebody who takes advantage of you. All that is school fees for the school of hard knocks of the street.
Yeah.
Kugongwa lazima ugongwe. Just count the cost and find out that is it worth for me. Don't give up on trusting people and believing in people. Because when you do that, then the storm, at times the storm comes before the blessing. And the storm is close to the blessing that would have come towards you. And that storm disorients you, shakes you away, such that now when the real thing comes, you don't have any more trust. You get? And you'll have missed out. You gotta know that lazima ugongwe, lazima uchezwe, all those things in business, in whatever, even in romantically, utachezwa, utapoteza pesa, utahata. But you cannot stop trusting people because people will come through for you. Even Jesus, he had 12, but one alimcheza. Kwanza mpaka akacrucifiwa. You get? But what happened to the 11 when they got full mode? Full mode. Those were years that there was no the kind of transport we have, and they reached the whole world in 2 years. Why? Social capital. He invested in these guys, and he was telling them, "You guys, 1 hour, you can't pray with me." But he still trusted. He still built his social capital around those guys. And when the time fully came, they were able to impact the whole world. You get? It's the same thing with our lives. Zile kugongwa nimegongwa zinanisaidia because now I'm wiser. Uwezi nigonga or ukinigonga unanigonga nikiona. At least nakwambia. For example, at least nakwambia kwa hii gig, maybe I'll be called for a gig and I'll be asked how much it is. I'll quote 300 if I don't trust those guys, and maybe all I want is 100,000. Then I'll tell you, pay me deposit of 150. So when you pay me that deposit of 150 and you don't pay the other 150, I initially wanted only 100. You get wisdom. It's given you wisdom. Na hujafunga nyumba, you still need people. Na lazima hii dunia, as long as you're breathing and alive, somebody will always be there trying to con you. And there's one who will pick up your defense system as much as possible. So you still need to harness social capital. You must keep trusting, keep believing. You must have people. You're the average of the 5 people you hang around. And within those 5 people, there's always be absolutely. Lazima utatoa mmoja, uongeze mwingine. Utoe mmoja, uongeze mwingine. You just must.
Yeah. Amazing movie. I mean, when I hear you saying that, I realize that there is actually that school, the street wisdom school, that we all learn. But most of us actually get so scared and move away. If someone hurts you, you just move away. And we keep on going back and never learning the lesson and not trusting people. And we say even in Kenya, people stop trusting each other so much. So when I want to do a business with you, I'm always doubting first before I can actually do anything. But that's what you're trying to say is, you know what? We have to keep on going. That's social capital. It's a school you learn and you keep on going. Yeah. Amazing.
It's the greatest investment you'll ever have. Nothing beats social capital.
So you're still learning to know who to trust, who not to trust, learning how gullible you are, learning how foolish you are, and studying yourself, improving on that foolishness. Naanza kuitoa. Usikasirike. Cheka na useme foolishness imetoka. It costed me this much to become wise. You get? And tomorrow your child will not be conned the same way because you'll have prepared them. You'll have learned. Your neighbor, somebody you're mentoring, will not be your partner will not be conned the same because you've learned. You've invested.
Yeah. Amazing movie. But let me ask you again. I mean, is it social capital? Is it only for extroverts? Because we have different personalities. I'm an introvert, and if it was not for Steve, who is, behind the scene, thank you, Steve. Really, I would not have met you. But how do you, is it only for the people that are really, really extroverts?
No, it's for all of them. Today, one of my clients, I'll talk about one of my clients. There's a young child I'm mentoring in terms of music. She's only 15.
The
mother. What your story? The father, quiet, calm, collected.
Very quiet.
Now, where we were, they were talking about, I can talk about this because it's something I really learned today. And I actually thought about the topic. I mean, I said, if I remember, I will share it. And here I am sharing it. When we were sharing, we were all three of us. And she was saying, Mimi, ile mambo yote mupayuka about is based on the calculations my husband gives me. So I come and payuka. I am like the PR person in this case. Napayuka. And as you're payukaing, people like me who payuka, at times you're so busy payukaing, we haven't given thought to what we have. Now, this is a person you invested in is thinking the whole scenario, and they'll tell you, hey, listen, as I was thinking as you were talking, you missed out on this point. You see that symbiosis. Now, on the flip side, now look at him. He needs the payuka even more. So that his ideas can be, he's a thinker, let his ideas be articulated. There's a business partner I have, when things go wrong and he can't pay you in time, he keeps quiet. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to talk to them. I'm the one who picks the phone, speaks to the client, and tells the client, kunaenda hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi, jamaa hajui kuongea, anamaanisha hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. Will you be patient? Yes. Unaona? So the introvert needs me. We all those phlegmatic, choleric, sanguine. One more, I don't forget, melancholy. We all need each other. That's why social capital is essential. All of us hang on everyone's. There's an artist I know, and this artist, he sings very well, dances very well, but doesn't have hype. So he comes and sings, and when the music gets to a place where there's a kalal, there's an MC who comes within the music and makes and hypes the crowd, hypes. The guy comes and sings beautifully. Still, I don't know whether you'll call that social capital, but it brings out the point. You get, must invest in people with different giftings. You get, also if you are an introvert, you need somebody to be able to articulate and make noise for you.
That's true.
The reason female artists in Kenya don't make so much is because they can't make so much noise. The art industry, the music industry is very well more aligned towards the males and their hype and their kelele. You get? So ladies probably, the ones who are doing well probably have somebody pushing that other area. It's a social capital. You get?
That's true.
So all people, the hype ones, they need the child out ones. The child out ones need the hype ones. And so on and so forth. It works that way. It's symbiotic.
I know, right? Mbuvi, thank you. In business, we call it collaboration. Well,
even in music, Colombo. Now. Okay, Colombo. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry. We're back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sorry about that. We're having an issue with the internet. Please just place your comments, place your, your questions. This is gonna be very interesting with Mbuvi. In business we call it collaboration. In musicians call it collabos. And I mean, you may be here wondering why we've actually mentioned so much about, we are talking to movies and musicians, but we realize that we have so much we need to learn from the musical world that we need to bring in business. And that's why we said, well, let's do this, because there's so much. It's just we don't want to learn from each other. And for me, I realized that we need to learn from each other's industries and place so many things around and work it out. Because all of us you're in the same areas, yeah? We're just doing different things, but it's the same, all the same kind of things that we need to do to make it work for us. So yes, as we call it collabo, yes, you call it collabo, we call it collaboration in business, but it's the same thing. But again, let me ask you, why is it people are very shy when it comes to collaboration? Have you seen this in your industry, and what really makes them not be able to go into collaborations?
I think Kenya has a problem. We are very capitalistic, so we don't think social. Look at the reason Tanzania music is doing better than Kenya. I like. I'm sorry, I use too much music, but the principles are always parallel. From the music, pick the principle. The principle is the key thing, not the music. If you don't love music, pick the principle. I think guys are sharp enough to pick that. The reason Tanzanians do very well is because this guy will work with this guy. The other day I read a report that Diamond said he will not stop the beef with Ali Kiba because it helps them. Each as they are beefing, fans are more interested in them. Music is not enough to keep you afloat. The vibe, the fights, all those things, they help each other. In Kenya, you will rarely see somebody posting or hyping somebody else's song because they're a musician. We miss out on that. We have too capitalistic to think, hey, listen, this market is so big. It's not really a competition. We complement each other. If I support if somebody supports my song, I can't release songs each 30 days a month. Sorry, it's impossible. So I release a song today. If I release a song today, and every artist supported that song and pushed it towards their crowds, tomorrow somebody else releases and we all pushed that music. Imagine Kenyans are all going to consume that music, and no one will be left. In fact, we'll all be lifted up. All of a sudden, people are saying, hey, Kenyan music is serious. The whole of Africa will see us. But we are too capitalistic to think that way. That's our problem as Kenyans. It's probably sana a Kenyan thing, not out there. Out there, it's a bit different. People are together, they work together, they form together. They don't keep fighting. They may have their differences, but they put their differences aside to come and collaborate together. The few times Kenyans collaborate together, look at the elections of 2002. They were able to remove Moi's guy, who is now the current president. But then they were able to come together, collaborate, and say, hey, social capital, bring your people, bring my people. Something people never expected could be done. And it happened. Then we forgot all about it. That happens in politics. It happened in music a long time ago when no one was listening to gospel music. We came together as gospel artists and started doing our thing. Our music grew. Daddy Owen akingia stage, kuimba, all gospel artists would get on stage and sing together with him.
That's true.
How we forgot that when money came in and we forgot and went capitalistic, I have no idea.
But we realize, we realize that if we collaborate, we actually go further than when you're alone. And it's something that people have not understood about social capital. If we work, you and someone else, it means that we're actually moving faster because you're putting each and everything together and we move faster. I remember a story I like giving is a lady I met that actually has a shop in Sarit Center. And you will think that Sarit Center is one of the most expensive shops. But what they did, they actually gathered like 5 of them and got a business place and rented it. So one person is doing clothes, Ankara clothes, another person is doing shoes, the other person is doing earrings, and they pay, and they actually make a business out of it. Can you imagine? In a very posh place. So I kept on thinking, why is it we don't think like that? And that's what is called social capital. Why are we not thinking like that? And I like the examples you've given. Thank you so much, Movie. Now, let me ask, have you ever been able to cut off? Because we meet a lot of people. Have you ever one day met someone and you realize, you know what, I can't work with this person? And what are some of the characteristics you've seen that really don't work in social capital?
Being egoistic, self-centeredness, only thinking about yourself, never putting any other person's priorities. It's social capital is all about, it's capital. Bring this. I like what the example you've given about that shop. Bring what you have, I bring what I have. We support each other and we grow. If somebody is too egoistic, you can't work together. If somebody is too self-centered, you can't work together. It's impossible. You must lay all those aside, so that for the common good of all of you, muomoke, runda ni watu walikuja together wakaanza kununua malanda pamoja. Look at where they are. Karen community, by the way. Oh my goodness. There's a place in Karen. They decided to come together and said, is it Maji? I don't know if it was water problem. They said, we'll sort our own water. There we see nani anaitwa nani? Hawa watu wa maji wakuja hapa because we have sorted ourselves, we have sorted our bills, we don't want you guys here. Even the Bible says, where there is unity, God commands a blessing. That commands. It's commanded, because when we come together, we put aside. I know I'm strong here, you're strong there, somebody else is strong here. We need each other. If you're egoistic, you don't believe you need somebody else. So you're not going to put yourself there.
Sorry.
You're self-centered.
Yeah.
If you're self-centered, you not focus on any other person's needs and wants. You not put. If we can all put each other in front, then we can all shine. That's the thing. But if you have people who are self-centered, who are not for the benefit of everybody else, then you're done for. You can't go away. Rise. You need to rise together as a group. Rise, build each other, and go far together.
Amazing. Thank you, Mbuvi. There's a question here from Mercy. How do you deal with collaboration and competition all wrapped in one?
That's a good question. When you collaborate together, one person's victory is your victory too, because you're one. I should be able to be happy enough to celebrate you. Umeomoka. Kuomoka, saa zingine mtu mmoja ndio uomoka peke yake, saa zingine ni wote wawili, saa zingine ni ule mwingine. Bora mmoja ameomoka, amefika a certain place where they can it's like a stair. It's like mnapanda. Obviously kama ni ngazi lazima mtu mmoja apande juu. Huyo mmoja akipanda juu ainue huyo mwingine. So when you support the person who has omoka, he's going to lift you. And when he's lifted, they're going to lift you, and so on and so forth. So the biggest competition you should ever have is you, not somebody else. It is you, and making yourself better. The greatest competition. Miles Monroe, again, I like Miles Monroe. He said, the greatest enemy to a person's progress is your last success, not somebody else. The race is your Paul in the Bible says, I ran this race. It's your race. You're meeting with somebody else so that they can help you win your race as you help them win their race. The races are different. Omoka is of different stages. I keep saying, Trump would have as well said, my years are over for being president 4 years ago, because Obama got into presidency at 46 or 47. Trump got at 70. At 46, Trump was nowhere near presidency. So you could have said, as a president, to make a president, he failed, because Obama made it 46. But look, Trump became a president at 70. You get? Kuomoka is different. It's of different stages for different people and for different purposes. So it is not competition. It is building each other. When you're doing a collabo, I want this, you want that. Somebody else will get a bit more. It happens. Wacha ende mbele, then tomorrow mkutane, mfanye collabo tena pia ya kuinua to another level. That's how it goes.
And it's amazing because this affects a lot of collaborations. You realize that competition, one person thinks, I can do it by myself, and suddenly they move. I mean, you see that in your industry and also in our industry a lot, where competition becomes so bad that you're competing within each other, and so the only thing you can do is to give up. But I think for me, what I could say is for Mercy is try and look for people you have the same values with, because it becomes easier. Very easier to actually have a collaboration. Value is actually the key thing. What is your value when you're coming together? How do we have our values? Can they come together? If you're Christians, then are we all Christians? Do we understand that we don't need to pay bribes? Because that works a lot. Because I met someone who said, what, I had to cut off a business deal because someone actually wanted to do corruption, and I didn't want to do because it's not in my value system. So it actually depends a lot on how you do it. So Mercy is saying, how do you identify the best fits for collaboration and engagement in your business affairs?
There are two ways. One, you look at the person with strengths in the areas where you're weak. That's one good thing. because where you're weak, they make you strong. A chain, they say a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. You get. So that link, look for a person who's strong in that link so they can strengthen it. You get. That's how you harness. Those are the best fits. It's like I don't know whether you guys did science. There was enzyme, and enzyme is a catalyst. Catalyst doesn't take up in action, but it fits exactly into the like that. It has to fit. So you see, like now, for example, if this was a strength and this was a weakness, then to make my hands strong and have a firm grip, then I'm putting. You see where I'm putting? Sat. Now you have no breach. You get. So where you're strong is where I come for help. And where I'm strong is where you come for help. Those are good fits in as far as whatever you're doing is concerned. If you're a great marketer, you need a great innovator. You get. If you're a great innovator, most of the time, great innovators are actually people in a room working hard. They don't even talk much. But who wa marketing kelele payaya. Mpatie product yako ataipigia kelele mpaka yani uone nikaa hakuna kitu kingine kaa hiyo. But you give the innovator that product, they don't even know how to talk about it. Hapa nika kitu kadogo nilikuwa nafanya nikifikiria. Because he's an innovator, he's still thinking he hasn't fulfilled his ideas. Now, the marketer is very impressed by the innovator's work. He picks that work, believes in it, runs with it and says, speaks like as if he's owns it. You get. And the innovator now will get excited and be like, oh boy, then now you're working hard. That's need each other for success. That's a perfect fit. Perfect fit.
Amazing. And I like what you said, because one of the things also I keep on saying is you need to understand your own strengths.
Yes,
because if you don't understand your own strengths and weaknesses, then you don't know who to collaborate with. Because you need to know where your weaknesses are, even in your business, so that you can collaborate with the right person. So for me, like for me and Steve, you'll meet Steve when you're about to close. Steve is very, very good at ideas. I'm very good at execution. He's very bad at execution, literally bad. But Steve, that's how we sorry, that's how we complement each other in our businesses. Buvia, are you still getting me? Because I think I'm going on and off.
I can hear you. You're not moving, but I can hear you. I can hear you.
Do I get back? Okay, she's.
Yes, she's
back.
Okay,
sorry. And I said I have issues with Safaricom. I get to another Safaricom, it still has an issue. I hope I'll mention it so loudly so that they look for me.
But always do a SWOT analysis: strength, weaknesses, opportunities, threat. Do it with another person. See where you guys match together, where we can work together, and boom.
Amazing. What would you say, as a way forward, if someone has not been very good at social capital, what do they need to start doing from today?
Well, there are many things. Just I don't know. I like where you started. Just know yourself and know where your weakness is. Why are you not good at social capital? Maybe you're a loner. Start interacting with people, because you need people. My teacher in primary school was called Mrs. Cassidy. She used to say, a man is not an island. You cannot be an island. You need people. You are created to hang out with people, to interact, to speak with people, to operate with people. So you can get somewhere. You get. So learn communicate. They may not be the best communicator. Maybe you're not a big communicator, but even with the little communication you have people you can interact with. Be good to people. Bless people. Work with people. Do things that benefit people. Aid people. And God causes the virtues of life to flow in other people, to come and help out. You get, and that really does help. That really opens you up. There's you must learn to connect with people. You must learn to increase your strength so that people, even if you're not very good at speaking, your actions are good to speak enough to people who can come to you and say, hey, this thing you're doing, I want to make noise about it. Improve yourself. You must daily pursue to improve yourself. And the more you improve yourself, you cannot conceal light. Improving yourself is like light. When you're doing very well, it's like light. You cannot block light. Maybe black hole ndio nawezana nayo. But there's no black hole. God ametoa a black hole. You can't conceal light in darkness. Light will come, and that light will draw attention to people. You get once they're when you ukiasha light is ideas. Ideas are also light. Ukiasha light, the fireflies will come. Everything that is attractive that you need will come towards it, bad and good. So now you have to learn what you need to work with that is good, and select. The moment you raise who you are and you perfect who you are, you will get a lot of options to work with. Now it's up to you to just choose. Yeah, it will shine.
Yeah, amazing. It will shine. Yeah, I just also want to add some. Yeah, also want to answer and add something. Movie celebrating people. I think for me, I've learned to celebrate people as much as possible. Even the ones, I mean, you realize that even the ones, be there for people, give as much as to people. And if it's free, give them to them, because every time you give, you will get back. You will never ever lack. I think for me, the principle of giving, even in business, has been one of the things that don't look at money, just give and give as much as possible. Celebrate people's wins. That is most important. If Movie does a whole CD and it's wonderful, hey, let's celebrate that. It becomes very, very interesting. Movie.
Let me enlighten you on something before you go there. I'm sorry. Let me just give you an enlightenment.
Don't worry.
The first thing you did, AVC Ovata, when you came into this world was give. First ever. You're saying you don't even know what it is. Let me tell you what it is.
Yeah. Tell me.
When a child is born, what is the first thing the child does?
Cries.
When the child doesn't cry, what they do? They slap the child to cry, isn't it?
Exactly.
The cry is the first thing you do when you come to us. When you cry, then you can get your first breath. Then the cycle of breathing begins. That's how crucial giving is. When you are born, the first automatic thing you did is give off a cry. So that you can receive the first breath, then your system can begin operating. Any other person or any other principle that taught you not to give, be it in kind, be it in cash, be it in the celebration of other person. If somebody told you not to do these things, I'm shambao. But if you are constantly giving, don't worry if you can come back from that particular person. God will cause it to come back. It must come back. There's a dike that goes through from the beginning of the earth that causes you to give and receive back more than you ever gave. I don't know why the biggest givers are the ones who are always the greatest receivers. It happens like that. There's a question you want to ask.
No, I mean, amazing what you said. First things we did is actually cry, and it's very true. Keep on crying.
Breathing system began.
I know, right? And that's what we need to do. And I don't know why we keep on forgetting that we need. It's a cycle. We just keep on crying and keep on giving and keep on giving, but we keep on forgetting. And I really, that's a good point to actually for us to remember. But you know what I wanted to ask is, you've been around for so long and you've been so consistent. What is it that you think that people think about you when they think about a movie? What do they say movie is, or who is movie?
Well, that's people's thinking. I think people think I'm just a bit crazy. Some people think I'm funny. People think I'm full of life. That I agree, I'm full of life, because I mean that's the life of Jesus flows through me. How can you not be full of life? Some people think I'm a bit silly. That's cool. That silliness earns me a meal on my table. I have no problem. Some people believe I'm a worshiper, which is what I believe I am, in my own unique way that God created me to do. So I don't know. That's what I'd say. What people think I am.
And I think I'll want to answer for you. I think you have a lot of energy, and people are attracted by the energy that you act. Energy.
Good one.
Energy. And people are attracted by energy. If you come around social capital, actually, when you come around someone who is excited, people want to be around people who are excited. So sometimes even for social capital, look at yourself and ask yourself, what really do people think I am? So if you have a straight face, really, what happens to that? So that's why I asked you that question, because energy also attracts. The kind of energy you build in yourself attracts the social capital or people around you that you're going to bring in. So if you're a very sad person, you'll only attract sad people. If you're a lot of energy like movie, you'll actually attract a lot of people that have a lot of energy like movie. So it becomes that way. What are your parting shots? We have only 5 minutes to go. What are your parting shots?
I said it actually earlier. Given shall come back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men pour into your bosom. That's what the Bible says. Sindio, work on constantly improving yourself daily. Every new day is a new day to discover who God is, and God helps you unlock who you are. A man who does not know his destiny is mixed up, and the destiny of a man is tied up in the knowledge of who God is. So when you get to God, he'll help you reboot even some of those things that you forgot that you were created for. Hook up with God, the creator, the person who brought you to life, and he will unhinge all those things that maybe you blocked or were blocked by people, by you going through experiences that blocked you. That's what I think.
Yeah. Okay. Before we finish, let's ask from Martin. Can I ask how, let me see. He has remained relevant by infusing his street grits and business acumen through the years, that not losing his faith and vitality.
Yes, I simply don't forget who made me begin, and that is God, who called me, and why I do what I do. So every day I make sure the first thing I do is listen to God, pray, read his word. Number two, work on my vocals in the morning, because that's the passion I have every day. And then three, never forget that every 2 years, half of what you know becomes obsolete. So you constantly are in a learning process. You're constantly, where? You're constantly in a learning. You have to keep learning. You have to keep reinventing. You have to keep seeing what the older guys did before and what the young people are coming up with, and creating a balance without losing who you are. How do you not lose who you are? Your identity is in God. So if I stick with my God, who is my identity, he becomes my identifier. And so my identifier makes me not lose my cred. Simple.
Absolutely. Asante sana. Our head coach, let me just read. Israel, my good friends, nawapenda, tunakupenda pia. Asante sana. We were hosting you.
Asante, Burale would be a benefit and a half.
I know, we will be. I mean, thank you, Movie. I mean, I really love how we began by looking at purpose, looking at what actually gets you where you are, looking at social capital, and the stories you've given. I mean, amazing, because we keep on forgetting the giving part, which is very important. Whether in business, whether in ministry, whether everywhere, you need to still keep on giving. That's social capital, which is very important. Thank you, everyone. For everyone who's attended, yes, you want to say something, Movie?
You have a very nice, smooth face and a beautiful smile. There, I have also just given again.
Thank you. You've just given social capital. Movie, tell us, you have new music that you tell us about your music before you have new music. God.
I've released so many songs this year. I don't know which ones and which one, but the latest one is called Tazama. If you know the chorus, it's a hymn. Tazama ishi sasa kumtazama Yesu. Look for it on YouTube. My YouTube is Buddhism TV. Simple. That's it.
Okay, amazing. Please let's look. Thank you, Movie. Please look for Movie's music. Personally, I'm going to look for him because I only have the first CD that he did, which I need now to upgrade. But thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Let's keep it real. Let's keep on, having these discussions. Create your social capital. Who are you working with? Let's look at that. Look at your strength, your weaknesses. Look at those people that need to support you and work with them, because that's the only way we can go. We start somewhere, but we need people to come in. Collaboration. That's the only way we need to go further, whether in business, whether in music, whether in our social life, but we need each other to actually go up there. And we need to keep on picking the rest of the people. I think one of the things that are very critical, cool. So one of the things that are very critical is actually now picking, and like what I still mentor people. He still gives back. So even the place of mentorship is still social capital, because we are not islands. We need to give back to what we've been given. So thank you so much for everyone. Can you sing Kawaya? Rosalind is asked, can you sing Kawaya?
Nabindaya seo, evindaya tanu, evindaya moyo, evindaya fime, evindaya lima, There you go.
You know, thank you so much. Thank you so much. There you are. Monica, true, always smiling and laughing. Thank you, Monica. Mercy, my beautiful leader. Beautiful smile live. You look extra. Thank you so much, Mercy. Pauline, I really appreciate you. Israel Burale, today you have surprised us. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Our head coach. We appreciate you so much. You know, Pauline Herrera dancing. Asante sana. Thank you. Good night to everyone. Please continue sharing this link. Everyone who can actually listen to us. And let's see you next week on Tuesday. Good night and have a very good evening. God bless you.